Kapow! Just starting off, Jordy Smith opens up this heat as we come back from the ad break, and I think we got caught out a little bit by a very fast start on this heat. The judges raring to go and not waste the low tide. I want to jinx it, but I'm really excited to see it happen. And here we go. All the South Africans take a huge breath and then release it as Jordy just goes in and out. And he opened up with the 3.0. Super exciting young Australian. We've seen some incredible results from him. But Jordy is really keeping busy. Gets a great little hook off the top there. Busts the fins off the back and just loses the tail a little on the second turn. 2,200 points for the round. If he gets knocked out, that is decent, and it's more points than most of the QSs we've seen if you take a win through the year. This is M.Braye from Tahiti, and wow, that is one of the best waves I've seen put together in the last couple of heats. He really connected the dots well on that one. Big aerial for the 915, one of the biggest scores of the week. Looking at the replay here, Mike.
Okay, so up and riding, two nice turns. As you said, Kyle, you said it's one of the longer waves that we've seen of the morning so far. A lot of turns in. Traditionally, this is what starts to happen with the South Swell.
One of the biggest scores of the day, coming in at a 717 for M.Braye. And he's going to be very happy with that start. J.Marshall, exciting young surfer out of the United States. This guy has got some real flair. I've been watching him in some of the free surfs, a couple of the Monster Energy Zigzag Cash Up expression sessions after the end of the days, and he has been on fire. And wow, just absolutely cracks the first turn on that one. Now down the line, little float over the section. And of course, he has been traveling with his teammate on the Hurley team, Baron Miyamane. Right now, priority is with the surfer in blue. You see in shot there, K.King, no way from him. And Jordy Smith, he's been keeping busy. Quick little crack to the lip, comes off the bottom, throws another one. He just looks so relaxed as he goes into a big wrap carve. And now a little caught up, but he's going to get onto the little inside section, and he'll just throw another turn. I'm not looking too happy with that wave, really, if you look at that one.
And the channel where you paddle out is right next to the rocks on the right-hand side.
Well, we've been waiting for the exciting young Australian to start things off, gets one solid turn off the lip, and then hops on off. And when he starts getting excited, I think those scores are going to start coming rocketing in. K.King, just the 2.7, he takes off on this one, needing a 4.48, a lovely first turn. Really spicy with the arc there, getting the fins out the back. I like that little two-turn combo from him. And that's exactly what the judges are looking for. A little bit of aggression, a little bit of electricity, and a little bit of excitement.
So wave choice, playing a critical role here, but it's difficult to anticipate which is the right one.
Well, here he goes, getting the second score now. Needs only a 0.5 for the lead, and he pretty much got that on the takeoff. Gets three turns down the line. A little bit of a messy, milkshakey kind of wave. Not really going to drop a huge score, but it's going to be enough probably to take him into the lead.
What the first wave does is it takes a lot of water off the bank, and then the second wave is actually a lot shallower.
Well, that one looks pretty shallow as J.Marshall hops off the back. No wall on that one. You give him all the information he needs because he's on the beach and he can definitely hear. So you've got to work those things. And working this right-hander, Jordy Smith, that is better from the big guy. Beautiful vertical turn, whips the fins over the top. Wow. Wow, how did he hold on to that? That was a big fin drift right there. Talk us through the replay.
Look at that bottom turn. Sets up a beautiful re-entry. The spray actually blowing across the wave after the first turn. The southwesterly screaming out there. Almost coming unstuck and puts a bit more pressure on his back tail pad to recover it.
But I'm not sure if he's going to get up into those sevens like the first of M.Braye. As we see him up and riding, he hops off the back. What I love about that wave is he gets that first little hammer turn in. The judges do enjoy seeing a strong first turn. And then that second turn, now he goes to the left. And you know Jordy's thinking air all day on his backhand there. But what I was liking on the second turn is that patented Jordy wrap on his front side, taking over the presenting rights at this iconic event. 51 years of the Ballito Pro and all its different guises and historical maneuvers. And of course, O'Neill, as I was speaking to Paul Cadding yesterday, one of pretty much the oldest surf brand as well, along with I think Rip Curl. Those two have been going the longest. The big shout outs go to our other sponsors, Monster Energy, and of course Kwatakuza, the local province. Here goes Jordy. He wants an air. He's decided to switch it up and go for the lefts. Here goes K.King, the Australian. Lovely little first hack in the pocket. Goes back to the white water. He's going to build it down the line and gets another solid little crack off the top, not coming out of that third turn. And that is going to be a problem with him, because looking for a 6.45, I really don't see it coming on that wave, Mike. The situation really hasn't changed that much, even with going up a place. Surfer in white, J.Marshall with a 5.01 requirement. And here we go. M.Braye has been waiting. He's been very patient throughout the heat and working that backhand down the line on these right-handers. And a couple of very powerful carves down the line there. There's a fellow goofy footer, Mike. I'm sure you're appreciating that surfing.
Similar to Jordy on Maya's wave, he does a turn, throws the spray up, which normally goes straight up. It actually blows right past him. It's difficult to surf this with the...
Really just struggling to find those open walls out there. They are out there. We've seen them in this heat even. But you don't always get what you look for here in these tough conditions. K.King off the bottom. Nice little power hit. Goes vertical. I like the third turn there. The first two maybe a little on the soft side, but that third turn really driving the board vertically up into the lip. That's what the judges want to see. There are 2 minutes on the clock. Jordy does have priority as we pull back, seeing J.Marshall heading down the line. Lovely little whip. Oh, and just hits the bumps on the way out.
Yeah, you were just talking about it, Kai. And I mean, a 5.51 more than doable as we see Jordy up and riding.
Lovely power hack. This is what we want to see from the South African. Just really going to the big solid rail work. Gets a beautiful vertical whip. Another one just puts the punishment on the end of that one. And suddenly Jordy's looking awake.
It's really interesting to see how his momentum and energy has built through this heat.
And wow, now he is shutting the door on the rest of the heat. M.Braye will need an 8.91. That's a beautiful first turn from J.Marshall, though. So the youngster sees Jordy absolutely destroying a right-hander down the bank, and he goes to work on this one. Looking a little bit forlorn on the back end. Needs a 6.61. And I think as time is running out, he knows that is not going to be the score that he needs. Pretty sure we are looking at Jordy Smith going through that one. He got that 9 at the death at the heat, actually. He was pretty tight to the end of the heat. But Jordy showing why he is in the world title hunt right now, because he is one of the best surfers in the world.